Imagine it's like this. Imagine you had a sucker, but you stuck the straw all the way through, so you got both ends like sticking out, and that's like a pulsar, and it just spins, and it do like floop, floop. Those are poles, the north and the south poles, and floop, 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 floop. Rhythmic, bruh. Look, I know a couple of y'all might be looking at y'all screen and wondering why is Dartle and space in the same conversation. Shut up. I got my credentials. I've been a space cap. How about you? I got the proof too. Look, bam. It's right there for you. You ever did that? I just feel like none of y'all got room to talk to me. So keep it to yourself. Whatever you was about to say, go ahead and take it and shove it up your ass, bro. Far. I'm just playing though, y'all. I'm really a noob to this and I don't know none other than like my planets and a little bit about interstellar space. Let's see. I know my planets like Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. I think that's the order. And Pluto, we don't count. Shout out Neil deGrasse Tyson. Y'all think I don't know what I'm talking about? I got a NASA jacket on right now. I got some Newton cradles in my room, and I got a NASA tag on my book bag. Y'all better stop playing with me, bro. But there's always room to learn, guys. There's always room to learn here. Let's stop all the yelling. Today we have a Voyager 1 video. I'm getting educated, and y'all getting educated with me. Without any further ado, y'all, let's get into it.
Could regain control of the lost Voyager 2 probe after a heartbeat signal was picked up.
Space was supposed to be empty, silent, and indifferent. But in
true.
1977, Voyager 2 began to prove otherwise. It was small, fragile, and weaker than a child's toy computer. It wasn't meant to survive past Jupiter. Yet
that's crazy. Think about that, y'all. I'm not gonna keep pausing the video, but Voyager 1977, bro. I don't even remember a 1977 computer. So just let that sink in, y'all. They out here got old Abraham Lincoln tech in space right now.
Differences in plasma density and magnetic particles.
That don't even make sense.
Sending
That's
back
tough.
storms the size of Earth, rings made of shadow, and icy worlds no eye had seen before. Decades later,
man,
it
bro,
crossed
that's
the
just
sun's
fascinating.
frontier
What
into
is that?
interstellar space.
And finally, NASA on Tuesday said that it has found a heartbeat signal from the Voyager 2 probe.
And then,
so the
its
Voyager,
voice
like the
went
probe
quiet.
stopped and then
7
it
months
picked
of
up.
silence followed until the probe spoke again. Only now, its signal carried patterns that no human hand had written.
Okay, so basically they fired the Voyager 1 off, or is this Voyager 1 or 2? Look, they fired one of those Voyagers off. It lost its little connection, I think, and then 7 months later it popped back up with a heartbeat signal. That's what we referring to here.
Voyager reporting the universe, or echoing.
We learning today.
The long-shot mission of 1977.
All right, we getting into the nitty-gritty.
Voyager
Let's
2
go.
began as a daring experiment, born in a decade when spaceflight was still young.
Facts.
Launched aboard a Titan 3TE Centaur rocket on August 20th, 1977.
4,
3, 2, 1. It don't sound like they ever count on tempo, like actual seconds.
The spacecraft was about the
maybe I'm
size
tripping.
of a small car and weighed less than a grand piano. It relied on a simple design, a bus-like frame,
I would think.
a dish antenna over 3 meters wide, and 3 nuclear-powered batteries called RTGs that would keep its systems alive long after it passed beyond sunlight.
Why is that,
its
though?
computers were primitive by modern
I'm not even gonna
standards.
question that. I
With
know I don't
memory
know the
measured in
answers.
kilobytes,
If y'all know
it
the
had
answers,
less
let me know in the
processing power
comment.
than a digital
I know
watch
some
today.
brainiacs out here in this
Commands
world,
were
bro, for
sent in
real. Why can't y'all?
sequences like sheet
Let me know
music,
something.
and Voyager would follow them blindly, step by step. Its data rate was painfully slow, just a few bits per second by the time it reached the outer planets. And yet, it was built to endure. Its systems were layered with redundancies, allowing engineers to switch functions between instruments when needed.
Okay, that's
This
tough.
machine, fragile and limited, was tasked with the most ambitious planetary mission ever conceived. To
Man.
visit 4 giant planets.
Yeah, because
in
that's
one
what I was
journey.
just about to bring
The
up.
rare alignment of Jupiter, Saturn,
I was just about to bring it up
Uranus.
because I'm like, the probe, you know, earlier they said that it was only supposed to go to Jupiter, but this thing's still flying, y'all. Is Voyager 1 still active right now? That's
and
tough.
Neptune
It's
would
2025.
allow a slingshot trajectory, each world boosting Voyager onward with its gravity. If missed, the alignment would
Fire
not return
concept.
for 175 years. The pressure was immense. Engineers knew the stakes.
So they knew
one
if
chance,
they missed?
one shot.
Oh,
And so,
damn.
Voyager 2 left Earth, carrying more than instruments. Bolted to its side was the Golden Record, a time
I
capsule
know about the
for
Golden
eternity.
Record.
The disc held greetings in 55 languages,
Yup.
images of life on Earth, music
That looked like
from
Jupiter,
Bach
dog.
to Chuck
I'm
Berry,
sorry, that looked like
and
Jupiter. Am I
sounds of
tripping?
nature, thunder.
That looked like that, y'all know the red storm on Jupiter? That's what that looked like.
Music
Maybe
from
I'm tripping.
Bach
I
to
don't
Chuck
know.
Berry, and sounds of nature, thunder, waves, wind, and birds. Etched on its cover was a cosmic map, pointing the way to Earth for anyone or anything that might find it. It was humanity's boldest introduction
How do you
to the
give
universe.
directions in space? There's
Secrets
no up or
of
down.
the giant planets.
How would I tell anybody where
At
to
Jupiter,
go? Meet me around the
Voyager
corner,
2
bro.
revealed a storm-tossed world of violent beauty. The great red spot was captured
That's
in
what I'm talking
detail.
about.
Its swirling clouds wider than Earth itself. The spacecraft discovered volcanic activity on Io, the first
Volcanic?
volcanoes ever seen beyond Earth.
Oh, yeah, I know
spewing
about,
fountains of molten sulfur.
The
hundreds
only
of kilometers.
y'all, the only like moon that I'm familiar with is Titan. That's about it. That is as far as my knowledge go when it comes to moon, outside of like our moon, you know, Titan. Now this one is called Io, and they got
kilometers
volcanic
high.
eruptions
Ganymede
up on
and
there.
Europa appeared
Is this for
in
Saturn or
moonlight.
Jupiter?
One marked by craters, the other with smooth, icy plains, hinting
'Cause
at
Saturn
an
got more
ocean
moons than
below.
Jupiter.
At
Did y'all know that?
Saturn, Voyager unveiled
I told
the
y'all cannot
complexity
tell
of
me
its
nothing.
rings.
I got credentials.
What looked like
Space camp.
solid bands from Earth turned out to be countless particles sculpted by gravity into grooves and gaps. The probe found moons hidden within the rings, tiny shepherds shaping the edges with their pull. It revealed Titan, Saturn's largest moon, shrouded in a thick
Wow.
orange atmosphere of methane and nitrogen, so dense that
that sound
sunlight
like some
barely
fiend,
pierced
you know what I'm
through.
saying?
When Voyager reached Uranus,
Send that moon
scientists
to a
braced for disappointment.
hospital, bro, for
The planet
rehab.
had always looked dull from Earth, a pale blue-green orb. But Voyager's instruments uncovered a world tipped on its side, its magnetic field twisted into bizarre shapes, its moons
That's
scarred
funky,
with
bro.
canyons and strange ridges. Finally, Voyager arrived at Neptune, a jewel of deep blue. There,
Yeah.
it measured winds over 1,200 miles per hour,
One-
the
what?
fastest in the solar system.
Oof, boy.
It discovered the Great Dark Spot,
That
a
joint gonna blow
storm
the
as
skin off
fierce
of my
as
body
Jupiter's
and
red
take
spot,
me with it,
but more
bruh.
mysterious. On Neptune's moon, Triton, Voyager recorded geysers of nitrogen erupting into space, revealing a surface as
What that
active
mean?
as Earth's. Each discovery electrified the world. Newspapers, television, and classrooms erupted with awe. Children
Yeah?
saw the first real photographs of distant worlds. Textbooks were rewritten overnight.
So yeah, this
Voyager
made-
2
this
had
made headlines,
transformed from
bro.
a fragile
This Voyager
experiment
2.
into the greatest explorer humanity had ever built. Beyond the solar system,
That's crazy.
after Neptune, Voyager
So
2
hold on, let me get something straight. So basically, with Saturn's rings, y'all, the moons be hiding in its rings if y'all didn't know. So the fact that the probe passed by and was taking pictures of the rings, it discovered like, I don't know if y'all ever seen it, but I've definitely seen some pictures of like Saturn's rings before. And what they do, they got like this pool. I don't know. They create this wave. I'm gonna put a picture when I'm editing, but they create this cool wave. I feel like y'all should check that out. Like just look up pictures on Reddit or something and be fascinated.
planetary tour was complete. By rights, its mission should have ended. Instead, it kept going, coasting outward into the deep dark. Its
Okay, so
nuclear
this is when it
batteries
just
still provided a
still was
trickle of
flying.
power, enough to keep its instruments alive. Its dish still whispered back to Earth, though
Right.
each transmission traveled over 11
look
billion
nice.
miles
I know this is, 3D
and took more
rendered,
than
though.
18 hours to arrive. In 2018, Voyager 2 crossed the heliopause, the
I don't even
invisible
know what
edge
that
where
is.
the solar wind stops and the interstellar medium begins.
What is solar wind?
This marked one of humanity's farthest forays beyond the sun's influence. Inside, the sun's bubble protects us from cosmic rays. Outside, space is raw, exposed, and restless.
Right.
Voyager detected sudden rises in radiation, magnetic fields bending without warning, and streams of particles flowing from directions no one expected. The
So it was
universe
nothing
beyond the
protecting it, so
sun
it was just getting
not silent.
smacked with
It
everything
was alive
at once
with motion.
almost.
Every signal it sent was studied like sacred text, for it was the first and only
Straight
eyewitness to
hieroglyphics,
this unknown
bruh.
frontier.
From space though, we
The
getting
silence
space
that meant
hieroglyphics.
an ending. Then came the silence. One day, the steady heartbeat of Voyager 2 stopped. For the engineers,
Wow.
it was like a voice suddenly cut mid-sentence.
Think about
At
that
first-
though, y'all. Like you spend years. I wouldn't even say months because these guys take years. First, they gotta fight or like taxpayers and the government to even be able to fly these damn rockets and do these experiments, because what if they go wrong? You get what I'm saying? What if they go wrong? Now everybody just lost some money. So imagine you send it up there and then it just go blank. Now you just millions of dollars down. How do you fund everything, bruh? I don't really know the ins and outs. because I'm broke. But I'm just saying, y'all, like, I can only
They
imagine being a
assumed
scientist.
glitch, an antenna
And I just see
misaligned,
no signal
a
on my
minor
probe,
delay.
bruh.
NASA
7
reassured
months
the public
worth?
that it was routine.
Y'all
But
got
as
me messed
hours
up.
became days and days stretched into weeks,
I'm gonna make another rocket. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make another rocket, put some turbo on that little joint, and I'm gonna use that gravity assist you was talking about in the video, and I'm gonna get that Voyager probe back in interstellar space. I don't care. I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna put some batteries on that joint, some double A's. We gone. Over there to we go send it over there to Andromeda. Y'all don't even know I knew nothing about that. Come on.
Inside the control rooms, hope began to fade. Voyager had spoken faithfully for decades, across billions of kilometers. Inside control rooms, blank screens stared back at their operators.
Okay.
For many, it felt like losing a voice they had lived with for decades. The realization
bet,
was
dude.
crushing. Perhaps the little spacecraft had finally fallen quiet forever. For many, Voyager
Nope.
was more than
If
metal
only they
and
knew.
wires. It was a companion, a voice in the dark. And losing it felt like losing a part of ourselves. The reply from the dark.
Okay, so this is when it
7
came
months
back.
of silence had convinced many that Voyager was gone.
I would have
Then,
thought the
in
same,
what was meant as
honestly.
a farewell command, Mission Control sent one last signal across the void. Against every expectation, Voyager answered. The reply was
Wow.
not weak or broken. It was strong, steady, alive. The spacecraft adjusted its antenna, executed commands, and carried itself with the precision of old. The control
Okay.
room erupted. Veterans of the mission, who had
So,
spent
do y'all think
decades
this is,
listening
like,
to its
coincidence,
whispers,
maybe?
wept
I don't
openly
know.
at their consoles. For a moment, it felt like a miracle. But this was no ordinary recovery. Something was different.
Researchers say Voyager 2 detected abrupt differences in plasma density and magnetic particles upon
Instruments thought dead had stirred back to life.
That's crazy.
Subsystems dormant since the 1980s suddenly reported new readings. They had not
That
been
joint
reactivated
had 7
from
months
Earth.
of
They had
research
switched
stored
on
on
by
it, bruh.
themselves. Then the data turned stranger.
So
Hidden
I
in the
can see why it could
transmissions
be weird,
were
I
loops
guess.
of code that resembled Voyager's own programming, but altered. Some sequences are repeated backward, others pulsed in rhythms no NASA system had ever used.
But
This
why
was
we make
not
it
the
seem like
random
this is so
chaos of
crazy?
radiation damage.
It's out there in
It
interstellar
was
space. It's
structured,
getting whacked by a
deliberate,
bunch of particles.
Too precise to be chance. It was as though Voyager had been touched, reorganized, rewritten, and had returned not as the machine it was, but as something changed. Something
Okay.
carrying a signature that did not belong to us. When space
I understand
spoke
that.
back,
But don't y'all think like maybe it's the particle, like it's in interstellar space, it's not being protected, it's getting whacked by a whole bunch of like everything. Maybe it got charged back up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was getting hit with some rays and it just charged back up, fixed itself, and was like, yo, I'm back. And we just say sitting here blowing it out of proportion like, oh, aliens or something. Nah, come on, y'all.
heliopause, Voyager's journey took
That's
an
my
eerie
theory. That's my
turn.
space camp theory.
The probe recorded magnetic
That's just me, though.
fluctuations that pulsed like a heartbeat, as if the fabric of space itself were alive. Streams of particles rose and fell with uncanny precision, their timing too regular to dismiss as chance. Even pressure zones seemed to form and dissolve around the spacecraft, as though reacting to its presence. On paper,
Okay.
scientists described these phenomena in safe, clinical terms. Unexpected turbulence, magnetic anomalies, localized density shifts.
It just sounds, yeah, it definitely sounds
NASA
sus.
On Tuesday said
sound like
that it
aliens
has
for
found
sure.
A heartbeat signal from the Voyager 2
Then they said it was
But
rhythmic
behind
too.
closed
Did I say that
doors,
right? I
the
don't
tone
know.
was
It
different.
had rhythm.
The patterns were too deliberate, too ordered. It was as if Voyager had entered a space that was not random at all, but structured, like a corridor or a shell, built for a purpose
Wow.
beyond our understanding. Then the probe's own signal began to change. Transmissions grew layered and strange. Old data from Voyager 1 reappeared, mirrored and reshaped,
Yeah.
woven into new streams
Yeah,
of
that definitely got to
information.
be like an influence
Code
from
loops
like
folded back
all of
upon
the
themselves,
interstellar
building
space,
repeating structures as if
particles,
the probe was
rays,
learning
anything. It
or
literally could have got
echoing.
hit with like
It no
a
longer felt like a
burst.
machine
Pause.
quietly reporting its surroundings.
And then locked in.
It felt
It
like
woke
a
up.
mirror,
Shit.
reflecting something unseen.
What's up?
A
7-month
reply,
coma. I'm back.
A conversation. NASA
talking too
quietly
much.
assembled
I don't
special
care.
teams to investigate. Officially, it resonated with the interstellar medium. Unofficially, some feared the truth. Voyager was no longer speaking alone. the whisper that
What they
changed
mean
everything.
is not speaking alone, like something
The
else
final
speaking for
burst
it.
was unlike anything before. It was
Let's
not
talk about it.
static, not fading power. It was a rhythm, a pattern without sound.
Yeah, that's not normal.
Engineers described it
But-
as music with no
but
voice.
Y'all know what it can be? Y'all ever heard about like pulsars? Oh my God, see? I'm pulling out knowledge y'all ain't even know I had in my bag for real, bro. Y'all know about pulsars, bro? If I remember correctly, bro, pulsars move at a rhythmic pace. If anything, that's how you could tell time in space, how much time went by. If you got a pulsar nearby and you could just clock it. Each time it do a rotation. Imagine it's like this. Imagine you had a sucker, but you stuck the straw all the way through. So you got both ends like sticking out. And that's like a pulsar and it just spins and it do like floop, floop. Those are poles, the north and the south poles. And floop, 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 floop. Rhythmic, bruh. I'm trying to teach y'all, bruh. Let's get it.
A
Let's finish this
presence
video
carried
off.
in pulses. Some dismissed it as natural resonance.
I'll tell y'all a little bit later, bro. I'm gonna lock in on my
As if
outro. I'm telling
Voyager
y'all, I'm
had
gonna lock
been
in on my
understood,
theory.
as if the universe itself had answered, not in words, but in the only language both sides could share, pattern. NASA spoke cautiously in public, but behind closed doors, the mood was different. The silence no longer felt empty. It felt deliberate. Voyager 2 now drifts where no human will ever stand. Its
Damn.
voice grows fainter, but its legacy
Damn.
grows louder. Not because of what it
Dang.
told us
That's
clearly,
it?
but because of what it left unanswered. Maybe space is not empty.
That's it, bruh.
Maybe it notices when something crosses its path.
that
Maybe
out my
Voyager
face.
2 was never truly alone. And now we wait to see if the universe dares to whisper again.
Oh my God, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, this is not something that we need to be sitting here crying over, bro. Voyager went out into interstellar space and they got hit with some ions and then whatever, it got charged back up and it fixed its probe and it sent it right back to Earth. While we sitting here making it seem like some alien just jumped on board and seen some metal thing flying through interstellar space, jumped on, plugged in some little hacking device and started and making a FL Studio beat. That bitch start boom, boom, boom. I get what y'all saying though, but honestly, I just think it's like a pulsar that they were seeing when it comes to this rhythm. Maybe that could have been charging it up. But I'm not no space expert. I'm not no astronomer. I'm nothing. I'm just a YouTuber. That's it for me. I'm trying to tell y'all, I got my motherfucking NASA bag deep. Next time I'm gonna pop up with another video. I'm gonna teach y'all something smooth like what's that 3-eye atlas? Y'all know about that? It's your boy Yon Darter Duck. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe. Without any further ado, don't get hit. I don't care what you do, just don't step on these all white G-Fazos. Ah!